So I want to talk about Stuart Nash, who, of course, came on this program and he said a woman was someone with a cat and 2 birds, small birds. That's the best way I can put it. That kind of took off, that quote. And then he rang up and said, can I take that back? Well, given that he'd said it live on the platform, he couldn't really. I polled you on whether or not I should take it down. You said, no, leave it up. And what happened? He resigned from his job at a recruitment thing. I think he kind of resigned from the taxpayers union. And there was a brouhaha. And, of course, Stuart Nash, I think, was a bit mean to you and blamed us and said we were trying to destroy him. No, you're pretty good at doing that all on your own, Stuart, and you've done it yet again. Because on the 10th of last month, 11th of last month, there was a announcement or a story that he had been taken off a trade delegation to the United States. And I don't want to go into all the twists and turns of it, but it is now quite clear that Stuart Nash arranged with the government organisation that was doing the trade delegation, arranged a cover story where it could look like he pulled out of the delegation, where the truth was he'd been kicked off it because of his comments about what a woman was, which I didn't think was the right thing to do. I think he should have still gone on the delegation, but not my call. But what we've now got is that there was a cover-up, and he thought he'd done a deal with the officials running the trade delegation that would make it look like he hadn't been kicked off it. No one told the Minister of Trade, Todd McClay, about that subtle little deal to save face for Stuart Nash. So Stuart Nash does what it seems to me Stuart Nash is pretty good at. He put his foot back in his mouth. He sends a text. Now, there's a rule in journalism. There's a rule in politics. You don't, if something can be used against you later, you never write it down. You don't write it down. And often you will want to meet people face to face, or you'll talk to them on the phone. It's very important to build trust by not trusting anyone. That's why you never write it down. But of course, he sends a text, a wild text to Todd McClay, and calls him effing unprofessional. Also in the text, he lays out entirely the lie. He lays out the entire little deal that was designed to make him save face. Honestly, Stuart, you're in a hole, mate. Put the shovel down. Well, it's not so much a shovel. It's a pneumatic bloody drill, isn't it? So stop digging, and for God's sake, man, shut up. Stop sending people texts. Grab a cup of tea and a lie down. I know that the left-wing media don't like you because you're seen as a traitor to the woke cause. But I'm not out to get you. They are, and you are giving them every chance to make you look like an idiot. I don't know, and my belief was that New Zealand First were going to let all this stuff settle down and have Stuart Nash on as a candidate next year. I don't know, given his ongoing idiocy, that New Zealand First can afford to do that. You'd think he would learn at his age. You really would.